4 years ago this month, I started my YouTube channel and I uploaded my first video. It's been a journey and a half to get here, and I cannot believe that I've been creating content now for so long. But I have learned many mistakes along the way, and I've made so many mistakes over the last 4 years you wouldn't even imagine. I shared 10 of them in my last video, which you can watch there, or I'll link it in the description box below. But in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 10 more mistakes that I've made on my YouTube channel over the last 4 years or so. My hope is that by watching this video, if you're planning to start a YouTube channel or you're already a YouTube creator, you can avoid some of these mistakes going into 2024 so that your channel can be successful. And I'm going to learn from my mistakes too so that my channel can be successful too. But without further ado, I'm going to jump into those 10 more mistakes for you now. I'd say the biggest mistake I made at the start of my YouTube career was overthinking and procrastinating about everything. I started my channel back in 2019, but actually I created my channel back in like 2013. Back then I wanted to do a natural hairs channel, and I thought I was too late to the game. Like by then I thought it was saturated and it was too late for me to start a YouTube channel. And I do often wonder what that hair channel could have become if I started it back in 2012-13 when I wanted to. But I procrastinated and overthought the process too much that I didn't do it. Fast forward to 2019, I'm grateful that I finally took the plunge and started my YouTube channel. But I would say to anybody watching this that is still in research mode, still considering whether or not you want to start your YouTube channel, I would tell you to just start it. 2024 is upon us. Now's the time to really just take the ball by the horn and just make it happen, because what is the worst that can really happen? Since starting my YouTube channel, I've made so many connections. I've been able to go to so many events and worked with great brands. All of these things will never have been possible if I didn't just bite the bullet and start the channel. So I would encourage you to do the same. So just start where you are with what you have and just grow from there. Another big mistake I'd say I made in the early days when it came to my YouTube channel is making so many excuses as to why I couldn't start. Like, my excuse list was so long. There were so many reasons I used to tell myself back then that I couldn't possibly start a YouTube channel. Back then I had no clue how to edit. I remember my first video when I finally bit the bullet and started my channel, I recorded it in one take and uploaded it because I didn't have a clue how to edit it. I remember at that time what made me do that is watching another video where the person had basically told us the same thing I'm telling you now, which was to just bite the bullet as opposed to just overthinking it and talking yourself out of it, when in reality, just do it and learn on the job. And the more you learn, the better you'll become at it. And before you know it, you'll be a professional editor. Back then, I had no clue, like I said, how to edit. Fast forward now, I'm able to edit my own videos, and I'm even able to edit videos for other people. So that's a skill for life that I've now been able to pick up just by me making that decision to launch this YouTube channel. Back then, I had every excuse under the sun. I didn't have enough equipment. I didn't know how to edit. My space wasn't big enough. My room wasn't nice enough. Excuse after excuse after excuse. And all those excuses could still apply today if I allow them to, but actually I'm not going to allow my situation, circumstances and environment to dictate what I'm going to do with my time and what I am or I'm not able to start. I'm just going to make the most with the hands that I've been dealt, and that's what I've been able to do. And fast forward, I've been able to build this channel to what it is today. As we're entering into 2024, let go of those excuses. Stop telling yourself you can't and start telling yourself you can, and you'll be surprised at how far you're able to go on that YouTube journey in the new year. Another big mistake that I've made with my YouTube channel over the years, and it's one that I want to rectify in 2024, and that is not optimizing my videos for search. So SEO, search engine optimization, if you don't know what that is, it's basically how you describe your video in the titles that you put in your video and the tags. All of these things are search queries that other people type into YouTube and then are able to find your content if it relates to what they've searched for. But up until now, that's not something that I've really ever prioritized. I've just kind of come up with my content idea and put it out there and described it based on what I've written, but not necessarily taking the time to understand what it is my audience are searching for and tailoring my content to ensure that I'm showing up when they're searching for these terms. So SEO is something I'm going to be prioritizing big time in 2024 to ensure that I'm optimizing all the content that I've already created, but even moving forward as I create new content to make sure that that is as search engine optimized as it can be. Another big mistake I made on my YouTube channel in 2023, and to be honest, since I launched my channel, is not optimizing optimizing my titles, descriptions and thumbnails for YouTube. So these are things that I've just done the best that I can do with, but not necessarily taking time to understand what performs well and testing and iterating content to ensure that I'm optimizing the videos the best way that I can. This isn't something I've really ever paid attention to. Once I've created a video and I've uploaded it and I've added the title, description and thumbnail, that's it, and I leave it and move on to the next video. When in actuality, what I should have been doing and what I'm gonna do in the new year is go back to the old content, update the thumbnails, update the titles, update the description to make sure it's optimized as best it can for search, and make sure that it is the best title, best thumbnails to get the most clicks on those videos. So if you are a fellow creator and you've got quite a lot of videos on your channel like I do, and you haven't gone back to any of them to optimize them for search, if you do want those videos to still get discovered, I would encourage you to go back and revisit those videos, look at the insights, look at the analytics, look at the thumbnail, look at the title, look at the description, look at other videos for those same search terms on YouTube, and look at the ones that are jumping out at you. What about those titles? What about those thumbnails? What about those descriptions jump out at you? And make those iterations to your video. Don't copy and plagiarize anyone's work by any means, but actually see what's worked for them and see how you can apply that to the content that you've created already on your channel. Another big mistake that I've made with my YouTube channel in 2023, and also since I've started the channel, to be honest, is not actually using it to drive people to my mailing list. So I do have a mailing list which you can subscribe to, link in the description box below, where I share loads of personal finance content, budgeting tips, free resources and special offers, promotions, all those kind of things of that nature is all found on my mailing list. But that's not something I ever talk about in my YouTube videos. So it's kind of a missed opportunity to get people off of YouTube and into your own personal domain, because as much as you're on YouTube, you don't own the platform. So at any moment YouTube could literally delete this channel or delete your channel, and then you're back to square one. Whereas if you have your own mailing list off of YouTube, you can at least then engage your audience that way and direct them and funnel them to whatever the new platform it is that you're creating content on. Whereas if you don't have that mailing list, you're kind of at the mercy of YouTube, Instagram or any other social media platform you are. Your mailing list is something that you should promote at any opportunity you can in order to build your audience on your own separate platform. In 2024, I will be encouraging people to sign up to my mailing list by using relevant lead magnets to funnel people onto that list, because yeah, that's something I haven't prioritized up until now, but moving into 2024, that's something I want to build into my content plan for the new year. Another big mistake that I'd say I've made with my YouTube channel is comparing myself to other YouTubers. Comparison really is the thief of joy, and I can say it has sucked the joy out of creating content for me in 2023, because I've constantly been comparing myself to other creators. Just in the space of this year, there's been so many new channels that have popped up and they've been doing extremely well, and watching what they're doing can be disheartening to somebody that's been doing it for many years, because you're seeing how they've been able to just come and dominate the game in such a short space of time, while you've just been there chugging away and not seeing the fruits of your labor. Comparison, like I said, is the thief of joy. So me focusing on what they're doing is not in any way helping me to build a platform that I'm trying to build. So I need to focus less on what other people are doing and more on what I'm doing and what I need to do in order to make my channel a success in 2024. Not only is comparison a thief of joy, it also kills your creativity, because watching what other people are doing and consuming so much of other people's content, it leaves less room for you to be creative and for you to actually explore your own thoughts and your own ideas. What it does is it ends up distracting you and just taking up time that could be better spent investing in yourself, a strategy to grow your own channel. Another big mistake I'd say I've made with my YouTube channel in 2023, I think I've got a little bit better at it, but there's still definitely a lot more room for improvement, and that is making these waffly long introductions to my videos. Like when I look back at some of my earlier videos, particularly in year 1 and year 2, my introductions were so long-winded. I used to ramble on, and then I'll also have like this intro music type countdown logo thing, which was just wasting the viewers' time. It didn't really add anything to the video. I mean, to be fair, I thought it looked cute, but in actuality, when you think about it from a consumer's point of view, they're watching that same little intro thing every single week. It can get boring and very repetitive, and it's not really adding any value to the content. So that's something I scrapped after the first couple of years, and I have tried not to make my introduction so long-winded and waffly, but actually I know there's a lot more work that I can do when it comes to my intro hooks, so that it can captivate more viewers and improve the watch time at the start of the video, because at the moment the first 30 seconds the drop off is quite high. So I know that I need to do something about how I'm engaging people in the first 30 seconds of my videos moving forward, whereas that's something I haven't worked on in the way that I should have up until now. But again, moving into 2024, that's a mistake I want to overcome and get better at doing. So if you're a newbie here and you're trying to work out how you can avoid making some of these mistakes when it comes to your YouTube channel in 2024, work on making sure that the first 30 seconds of your video are the best 30 seconds that they can be. Every single second in those 30 seconds are not wasted. They're utilized in the best way that you can, and you're packing the most punch into the fewest words possible. Another big mistake I've made with my YouTube channel, this isn't specific to the YouTube channel, but it was more in terms of content creation as a whole. I would say I spread myself way too thinly when I started my YouTube channel. I started at a time where I was also blogging, where I was also building my Instagram account, and I was also building Pinterest and also Twitter as well. So I was trying to build myself on all of these different platforms, which meant that I was spread very thinly, because at that time you have to imagine, as well as doing all this content creation, I was also working part-time, and I also had a very young family, husband and 3 children that I was looking after. So a lot on my plate, a lot that I was trying to juggle, plus also trying to build a YouTube channel, when in reality, a YouTube channel, to really build it to the level of success that you want to build it to, you need to dedicate a lot more time to it, because that time that you're dividing amongst all these different platforms is time taken away from spending on making your content on YouTube the best that it can possibly be. So if I could start this journey again, I would have just stuck to YouTube as the platform of choice and not bothered with the blogging and social media aspect as well. But like they say, hindsight is 2020, and it's only now that I can look back and think, actually, Tolu, you was doing too much, trying to do everything at the same time. But moving forward in 2024, I definitely am planning not to be on all the platforms in the way that I had been up until now. I am going to pick a couple that I'm going to focus on in 2024 and leave the rest for another time. Another big mistake I would say I made with my YouTube channel is not making enough evergreen videos. Like, my channel is all about personal finance, budgeting, saving money, investing, side hustling. Those are the kind of topics that I like to cover on this channel, but there's not enough videos on here that are evergreen. For example, I've made a few videos on zero-based budgeting, but there's so many other budgeting methods that I have never even spoken about on this channel. Those are missed opportunities for creating evergreen videos, because actually people interested in personal finance and budgeting, they're going to be interested in what different types of budget methods, for example, that they can use, how to budget on one single income versus managing finances as a couple, maybe managing finances when your income is irregular or when you're self-employed. There's so many different areas that can be tackled in terms of evergreen content that I can make for personal finances, which I haven't even touched on. So moving forward into 2024, I want to make a lot more evergreen videos, content that is actually searchable at any time of the year and is going to help people at any stage of their personal finance journey, so that if you're wanting to budget, you're wanting to save, you're wanting to invest, you're wanting to pay off debt, there's going to be something on my channel straight away that's going to help you with that thing. Because the beauty of evergreen videos on YouTube is that they're very search friendly, and people are going to be searching for them no matter what the time of year is. One of the biggest mistakes I can say that I've made on my YouTube channel today is not interrogating the data. YouTube Studio has so much data, so much insights, and so much analytics on our audience, on our videos, how they're performing, and I haven't really paid enough attention to that data. I've looked at it and played lip service to it, but I've never sat down and really interrogated all the different parts of the analytics on each video and understood exactly what the analytics is telling me about said video. I've just glossed over it and moved on to the next video, when actually I need to go back and look at that insights more thoroughly, because those insights tell a story. But because I haven't been reading those insights or looking at the insights, I've been missing out on that story. So that's something I want to change in 2024 when it comes to my YouTube channel. I want to get more closer to the data, really understand the data, interrogate it, and apply those learnings that that data is teaching me. From watch time and retention rate to reach to new subscribers to likes, all of these things are telling different stories about your video performance and how good it really is and how well your audience is engaging with it. So I really need to pay closer attention to those insights so that I can ensure that my videos are performing better in 2024, because there's no point in just creating content and putting it out there but not actually understanding what is performing well, and if it does perform well, why it's performing well. I'm just going to kind of keep chasing my tail until I actually sit down and pay more attention to the data. Those are 10 more mistakes that I've made with my YouTube channel over the last 4 years. Let me know in the comment section below below if you can resonate with any of those mistakes, if you've made any of those mistakes, or if those are mistakes that you're definitely going to avoid in 2024. I'll be interested to hear about them in the comment section below. But if you made it this far in the video and you haven't given it a thumbs up, then you know exactly what you need to do right now. Do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not yet subscribed. Share this video with a friend or family member, and I will see you soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.